Hello, and welcome back to Lumani Unfiltered. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Stephanie LaPrey, your health navigator and someone who knows firsthand how confusing the healthcare system can be, even with a decade of professional experience in it. Today, we're talking about that moment of panic when you need health insurance right away and a massive COBRA packet lands in your lap. It's almost like the universe saying, "Welcome to the complicated side of adulting." Trust me, I've been there, flipping through pages of legal jargon late at night, worried sick about whether my kids would be covered the next day. In this episode, I'm going to share how I nearly made a $2,000 mistake per month because of that very panic. Most importantly, I'll show you the steps I took to dodge that bullet and how you can do the same if you ever find yourself in that situation. So grab a cup of coffee or tea, settle in, and let's untangle this healthcare mess together. Okay, let me paint the picture. It was late at night after my girls were asleep, and I had just left my previous job. My old employer sponsored health coverage was gone, and suddenly I was looking at this thick, intimidating COBRA packet, encyclopedia big. I swear, it was like each page weighed a pound. I saw phrases like, "You are responsible for 100% of the premium, and an additional administrative fee may apply." My eyes started to glaze over, and I could just feel anxiety going through every part of my body. The craziest part was I realized that I work in this field. It's my everyday job to assist people with insurance issues. And yet here I was, totally overwhelmed. I kept thinking, how can I, of all people, feel this clueless? And that's how the system is set up. It can be absolutely mind-boggling, even for those of us who deal with healthcare and insurance on a daily basis. I remember feeling so much pressure just to sign the paperwork and be done with it, because the fear of not having coverage for my daughters was the most terrifying piece of it. If you've ever felt that pressure, believe me, I get it. Fast forward to me at my computer around midnight. I typed health insurance online into the search engine, opened about 30 browser tabs, and got lost in a sea of plans and prices. I felt this urgency because the idea of going even a single day without coverage terrified me. Then, in the midst of this late night research, I found a plan from the exact same insurance company offering COBRA. But here's the kicker. It was about $2,000 cheaper per month. That's right, $2,000 cheaper per month. The same brand, same provider network, but vastly different prices. It was in that moment I was relieved to find an alternative, but I was so outraged. Why wasn't this more affordable and clearly advertised, or even mentioned in the COBRA packet? Why does the system steer us toward the most expensive route first? It really felt like a classic example of how convoluted healthcare can be, and it was a wake-up call for me. If I could almost fall for that trap, how many other people are overpaying simply because they don't know they have other choices? One of the main reasons I nearly forked over that extra $2,000 a month was the fear of a coverage gap. I had all these worries swirling in the back of my head. What if my daughters needed an urgent care appointment? What if someone broke a bone before the new plan kicked in? Would I be left holding the entire bill? That's when I remembered, thanks to my professional background, that changing job-based coverage is considered a qualified life event, or QLE. A QLE gives you a special enrollment period to find a new plan without having to wait for the annual enrollment period. If I had remembered this detail sooner, it would have saved me a ton of stress. And that's my point here. So much of the fear and confusion comes from not realizing our own power and the options we do have. As Young Pueblo says, true power is living the realization that you are your own healer, hero, and leader. Healthcare may be intimidating, but you have more control than you think, especially when it comes to choosing a plan outside of the enrollment window. Let's translate my close call into 5 actionable tips that can spare you the headache and the financial hit. First, always check for alternatives during a qualified life event. It's easy to think COBRA is your only choice, but that's rarely the case. You might find a marketplace plan or a private plan that offers the same or better coverage at a fraction of the cost. Second, ask about network coverage and details. 2 plans can look alike on paper, but one might have a tiny network that excludes your favorite doctor or your mental health provider. Verify that the doctors you rely on, especially for reoccurring appointments or prescriptions, are in network. Third, don't let fear of gaps paralyze you. If you act quickly on your qualified life event, you can often have the plan in place before your old coverage ends. Just keep track of those enrollment deadlines. Fourth, chat or call with a pro. Whether it's a certified insurance navigator or a broker, these professionals spend their days helping people find the right plan. A 10-minute conversation can save you from sitting through 100 pages of confusing text. Finally, don't trust the system to tell you everything. There won't be a neon sign saying, "Alert, you're overpaying." You have to be your own advocate. Ask questions, do your research, or hire someone to help you. The more proactive you are, the better your results will be. The world of insurance comes with a language all its own. So let's decode some of these terms so you can read a policy without feeling like you need a dictionary. COBRA stands for the Consolidated Omnibus Budget Reconciliation Act, which basically allows you to keep your employer-sponsored health insurance after leaving or changing a job, but you usually pay the full premium plus an administrative fee. A qualified life event, or a QLE, is a significant life change, like losing job-based coverage, getting married, having a baby. That opens a special enrollment window for you. Your premium is what you pay every month to keep your insurance. The deductible is how much you pay out of pocket before your insurance starts splitting the costs. A copay, however, is a fixed dollar amount you pay at the time of service, like $20 for a doctor's visit. Gap coverage refers to a period or a range of services where your plan offers little to no coverage, leaving you on the hook for the full amount. In-network providers have negotiated rates with your insurance, while out-of-pocket costs are what you personally pay. Once you hit your out-of-pocket maximum, the plan might cover everything at 100%, so that's something to keep an eye out for. This may still sound like a lot, but trust me, even a basic grasp of these definitions can save you stress and money. I've been getting some great questions on social media and in my inbox, so let's tackle a few. First question: what if I have a pre-existing condition? Can I still switch from COBRA to another plan? Absolutely. Under the Affordable Care Act, you can't be denied coverage or charged more because of a pre-existing condition. Just make sure you sign up during the special enrollment period or open enrollment. Second question: how do I know if a plan is truly cost-effective when considering my out-of-pocket maximum? Think about your usual healthcare needs. If you go to the doctor frequently or need certain prescriptions, sometimes a plan with a slightly higher premium but lower out-of-pocket costs is the better long-term deal. Third question: is a private plan better than a marketplace plan? It depends on your family size, income, and specific health needs. Marketplace plans may offer subsidies if you qualify, while private plans don't. Always compare both options before making a decision. Last question for now: I'm overwhelmed. Is there a step-by-step guide to picking a plan? Absolutely. First, start by listing your priorities: the doctors you need, your prescription requirements, your monthly budget. Then I suggest you compare plan details side by side. If that still feels daunting, call a certified navigator or a broker for guidance. Before we wrap up, here are 3 simple actions you can take if you're feeling overwhelmed. 1, schedule a free 15-minute health navigation session with me. There's a link in the video description or show notes. In just 1 quick call, we can sort through your priorities and outline a plan of attack. 2, subscribe to the Lumani Unfiltered YouTube channel. If you're not already part of our community, please hit that subscribe button or click the notification bell. I post candid videos, Q&As, and behind-the-scenes content to help you better understand the healthcare system. 3, join our VIP Circle waitlist. We're creating a special space for people who want deeper, more personalized guidance, and you'll get exclusive content and priority access once we launch. The link for that waitlist is also in the description, so don't miss it. That's all for today, friends. I truly appreciate you spending this time with me, and I hope my COBRA horror story and close call for a $2,000 mistake helps you stay vigilant. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. The more we share experiences, the more we realize the system is designed to trip us up. But we can and will push back by staying informed and advocating for ourselves. If you found this episode helpful, please share and leave a comment. If you know someone knee-deep in a COBRA packet right now, send this their way. Let's make sure no one pays more than they have to. Until next time, stay curious, stay empowered, and never let a 50-page insurance packet bully you into a bad deal. You've got this, and I'll see you on the next episode of Lumani Unfiltered.